In this video, we're going to give you a brief overview of our Smartjump jump training and testing system. There are two different configurations for Smartjump. The first one we call Smartjump Lite. This includes the jump mat, tripod, and our new SmartHub wireless control unit. The SmartHub control unit connects wirelessly to your Apple or Android mobile device, controls the session and records all of the data. The second configuration for Smartjump is to connect the Smartjump mat directly to a SmartSpeed Pro timing unit. The SmartSpeed Pro unit is then in turn controlled by SmartHub, which talks wirelessly to your Apple or Android mobile device. The nice thing about this is you can actually have multiple stations of the jump training and testing on one SmartHub unit and one mobile device at the same time. So we're going to just start off with something really simple, single counter movement jump. So I'm going to get Matt in here and we're now just going to set the software up. So in the software, you can see here in the mobile app, we can now choose from a bunch of different options. We're just going to start with one basic jump. Tick go on that, and now we're ready to go. So the green light's on. Matt can now step onto the mat and in his own time do a jump. Okay, very good. Thanks, Matt. Okay, so you can see there the main result there of 22 inches in height. What you'll also see on the display here is a wide range of results that Smartjump gives you. So we've obviously got contact time and flight time, jump height, which can be in inches or centimeters. And then we then have a number of other variables: flight time to contact time ratio, reactive strength index, peak power output, power to weight ratio, and a number of others. So we get a really comprehensive analysis of every jump. Okay, so we're going to progress now. Now we're going to do a set of 5 Pogo jumps. So starting to do a bit more of a plyometric type test. So Matt, if you could just come back in. What I'm going to get you to do is when that's ready to go, you can just step onto the mat and do 5 jumps in your own time. Okay, very good. So we're all done. So we can see there we've now got a range of results again. We can go back and analyze those. So at the end of this session, all of those results are going to be wirelessly, automatically synced up to the SmartSpeed Online cloud-based results site, which comes free with all of our SmartSpeed products. So you can then log on later on across anywhere on the internet, download those results and analyze them. Vertical jump testing is a great way to assess power, monitor fatigue, and also monitor progress during rehabilitation. And in a training sense, plyometric training remains one of the most popular ways of increasing speed and explosive power. The challenge with plyometric training though is getting it right. A lot of people are concerned about the safety of plyometric training, and that's because of the incredibly high loads it can place on the athletes if done incorrectly. The key to safe and effective plyometric training is controlling the contact time when the athletes are on the ground. We've got to keep athletes in the safe part of that plyometric curve, generally less than around 200 to 220 milliseconds. Now to frame that for you, when a 100-meter sprinter takes off out of the blocks, their first few strides are hitting the ground at around 130, 140 milliseconds. And when they're at top speed, they're down as low as 80 or 90 milliseconds. Now, judging that during training with the naked eye is very difficult, even for an experienced coach. And even if the coach can spot a good contact, the challenge is to then explain that to the athlete, and especially younger athletes when you're introducing plyometrics to them. So now we're going to look more at the everyday training features of Smartjump. Plyometric training is a very popular and great way of training power and speed, but to be done safely and effectively, you have to be able to carefully control the athlete's contact times and effort that's going into the jump. So this is where the feedback features of Smartjump really come into their own. So what we're going to do to start with, we're going to get Matt back in and we're going to do just some primary feedback. So when Matt comes in, we're going to get him to do 5 jumps, but we're going to get him to do contact times of under 180 milliseconds, really focusing on that explosive part of the plyometric curve. Now what's going to happen, Matt, if you come in here, as Matt's jumping, every time he leaves the mat, he's going to get some instant feedback. It'll be green if he's under 180 milliseconds, and it'll be red if he's over. Now that feedback's going to be so instant that Matt can actually think about that and adjust his technique in the air before he makes his next landing and learn how to make those contacts effectively. Okay, Matt, so we're ready to go. Off you go. Okay, good. So you see a couple of good ones, but still a couple who are a little slow off getting off the ground. If we look at the data, they were all pretty close, but we had a few creeping above 180, getting towards 190. So we just want to sharpen that up a little bit this time. So Matt, if you can come back in, I'm going to try that again. And this time just a little bit more crisp. Let's try and get 5 greens in a row. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Okay, so straight away we've now got Matt jumping in that exactly where we want him on that contact time curve. Now, the second thing though is if an athlete's not trying to jump too high, it's very easy to hit fast contact times. They can just really tap their feet and get the green lights. So what we want to do now that Matt's got the hang of those contact times is we want to introduce secondary feedback to push Matt to also hit a good jump height and maximize his power output in those jumps. So if I jump back into the app, I can just turn on the secondary feedback. So what we're going to get him to do is now stay under 180 milliseconds, but also get over 10 inches on every jump. So that way we're starting to get him to put some more effort into the jumps and get higher, but still keeping that quality of contact at all times. Okay, Matt, so what's going to happen here is, as Matt's jumping, we're still going to have that primary feedback of green and red. Green, good contact, red, bad contact. But if Matt also hits that secondary feedback factor of 10 inches and gets over that, he's going to get a bonus blue light. So what we want to see is green, blue, green, blue, green, blue throughout the set. All right, Matt, off you go. That's it. Okay, great, excellent, well done. Okay, so you can see there the first couple didn't quite get the height, adjusted, put more power into it and started hitting it. So that's what we want to see. Now over time, we can adjust that. We can drive the contacts down, further down on the curve to get a crisper contact time. And we can also then push Matt to jump higher. And over time, we're then training him to get more explosive. So that was just a quick overview of the Smartjump system. We can obviously do a wide range of different jumping activities, and we've just shown you a sample in this video. For more information, and also to read some interesting blogs on plyometric training, please visit our website at fusionsport.com.